Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have an article here coming from I would say Canada, and it is a place where Blinken, that weasel, is not welcomed. At least is not welcome in one part of Canada, and that is obviously Monreal. So let's see what's going on over there. So he went to visit his weasel counterpart over there, a Davos appointee, and the protesters came out and they told him to beat it. This article comes from Sputnik and it's from today, the 28th of October 2022. And there's a video, you can watch that as well. Protesters interrupt Blinken event in Canada with anti-war slogans on Ukraine. A group of protesters confronted U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Canadian Foreign Minister Melanie Joly at an event in Monreal on Friday to demand an end to the U.S. involvement in the Ukraine conflict. But the U.S. is not involved. U.S. just helps the righteous. The incident occurred when the two ministers were meeting with an organization supporting Syrian refugees. And the protesters can be heard shouting, and I'm quoting, "No foreign military intervention in Ukraine. Yankee, go home. And we want nothing to do with your warmongering, Secretary Blinken," according to the videos from social media. They also said, "We don't want you." One of the demonstrators carried a handwritten banner, "United States equals terrorist state." Both Blinken and Joly were in no danger, but had to relocate their scheduled remarks to the press, according to media reports. So the weasels were too cool to stay with the population and argue with idiots, right? Because that's the way they consider us, idiots. That we are asked one time to support the system, go and vote, and after we vote, they do whatever they want. They will do it anyway. Because it's like this, you have two horses, they're both yours, and you put them in a racetrack, and you said, "Guys, start making your bets." They are both my horses. You know what I mean? I have them both in my hand. I do whatever I want. So the same here. They ask you to go to vote, and when you vote for someone who's already in the pocket of the same entities and interests as would have been the other side that you didn't vote for. And if you don't believe me, you're going to realize this. I realized this in the United States. So I realized that when the Republicans are coming in power and get supposedly the power, you know what I mean. When they get over there, nothing really happens. It's like the same thing stays over there. Maybe they do something like a little bit this way, like this, okay? Or let's put left and right. So let's go, I'm going to go my right here and my left. Left, the communists, the other ones, the fascists. I mean, that's the way they want us to look at. No, they want us to look fascists and good people. That's how they want us to look at the political spectrum. But I will not. I will say here is the communist and here is the extreme right. Because if you look at Dinesh D'Souza's book and you read it or listen to his videos, you will find out that he makes a very, very informative case for fascism not being a matter of the right but actually of the left. But this is what he said, and his videos are still available. So otherwise these guys would have just banned his videos. So I don't know. So we have left and right. Now the Republicans are the Republicans are winning. It's going like this. And that's it, about 2 degrees. And then the other guys are coming to power. And everything shifts here. And the other guys come. It moves a little bit here. Boom. And then the other guys come. It moves everything here. So little by little, you move this way. You don't move that way. How do I know that? Look at the Constitution. Take the Constitution, right, and look at the laws and see how much you could have done and how much you can do right now. And believe me, I'm not talking about the rights, the voting rights, women voting rights, and other minorities, or I don't know, former slaves or black peoples and so on. I'm not talking about that. That was fantastic, and it still is fantastic. Those times it was that it was. We rectified that. Very good. But other than that, look at the freedom of speech. Look at the freedom of speech, what you probably could have said in, let's say, 1799. So 1799, I think you could have said what the fuck ever you wanted. Maybe with depending on what kind of group you lived, and you could not talk about Jesus and things like this, then they would just teach you a lesson that you would never recover from, if you know what I mean. So other than that, you could say, I hate you, I don't like you. Now take the right to bear and carry arms. That was, did you need a license? Oh, I didn't register, let me go and put my finger over there, check the FBI, maybe they allow me to have a gun or something. Nothing. You just get a gun and that's it, it's yours. And nobody would ask you if you have mental issues and so on. Was it good? I don't know, I'm talking about freedom. Now, everything, they check your ass just to buy a BB gun or something. They go and say, let me put the glove on, cavity search right now. I think you're clean, let's go, you can buy the BB gun. Really? Yeah, basically. I'm exaggerating, but not. I'm making it like that. Look at each and every of these freedoms that you got. They're all been infringed, little by little. And that's not that's another thing. It's not a liberté, freedom. Even though that's how should I put it, a ridiculous claim. When you have the liberals, which the leftists, the Democratic Party, they should be the ones that are for more openness, for freedom, liberty. That's what they are, liberals, yes. Let people do whatever. No, they're for more control. And the other ones, the conservative, they want to conserve, seem to be the ones saying, no man, don't get in my stuff, let me do whatever I want. Let's go to the Constitution and so on. So, anyway. The point here is that these guys can still protest, but nothing happened to them as of now. Remember how those guys protested in Ottawa and the communist Trudeau, what he did to them? Well, they're impeding the traffic and all that. Yeah. Or Emil, you have, brown hair, we're going to get you for that. What? Or blue eyes, not me, but anyway. It's just, you don't have blue eyes, jail. You're not that kind of person. So anyway, it's just, I'm glad that, and it's in Monreal. And that tells me my French friends still have this. Like they have in France, always complaining about stuff, and you got weasel Macron. But those guys have the society by the, you know what I mean, and they squeeze hard. And what are they going to do about it? Try to do what is right. And what is right here, more freedom, and try to be just as much as you can. But unfortunately we have interests, or fortunate, and when we have interests we tend to forget about values and hey, I want that. Can I have it? No, you can't. Well, then I'm gonna take it. Why? Because I'm stronger. Smack, take it. So you see, we lose all the values when we have interests and desires. If we're stronger, that always surpasses the values. And okay, you can have values, but if a guy is stronger than you, you're gonna smack around, you're gonna become his slave or servant. But you still have the values while you're a servant and slave. You want to be like that? That's fine. Are you going to fight? Fight. That means power. That means strength. That's how we're still animals. That's the way we are. We are sophisticated, or pretend to. But in the end, this is what keeps you, and not that, but this is what keeps you alive and makes you stay in power. Look around, look wherever you want in this history, including right now. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.